Bryan Danielson is not retiring. Ricochet debuts and John Moxley teases Shane McMahon. This is Wrestling with the Homies, and today we are talking AEW. Now, y'all know who I be. The still same OG. It's your boy, Qwan. And if you don't say the Don, you ain't saying it right. And, of course, I got my boy with me, the coolest man in the world, the king of the who? Of the who?
The AEW Casual House.
I don't know if he's a casual no more. Like, hey, we've been watching the AEW a lot recently. Cooley might not be the casual king anymore. He might be tapped in with AEW.
I don't know. After last night's episode, I might be back to the casual side.
Right off the bat, he coming in swinging. Y'all know who he is, the coolest man in the world, Jay Cooley.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, let's talk about it.
Do we have to? Yeah, that episode sucked. I'm not going to hold you. Coming off an incredible All-In, that episode sucked. But before we get to that, I got a confession, bro.
Uh-oh,
he got a confession. This is my confession.
Just when I thought I said all I could say. All right, what's up?
You're an idiot. Yo, I think I got a new favorite wrestler. I think I've chosen a new favorite wrestler. Would you like to hear who that is?
You want me to guess?
Yeah, let's throw out a guess.
Hook.
Who is my new favorite wrestler? Cooley, throw a name out there.
Hook.
Hell no, dog. This man said Hook. Hey, it's nobody in AEW. I'm going to let y'all know right now. Quan's new favorite wrestler is Tonga Loa.
Oh, my God, bro.
Bro, Tonga Loa is so horrible at everything he does that somehow it's kind of endearing. It's make me love him, bro.
So you love mistakes.
Bro, Tonga Loa reminds me of Future's verse on King's Dead. You remember when that verse dropped? Because J-Rock was on that song Bar, and he was going crazy. He was rapping his ass off. He was rapping like the rent was due. And then Future came on that record and said, la-di-da-di-da, slap-a-mine up. And when we all heard that for the first time, we was like, what the hell is this man doing? What is he talking about? But it was so left field and terrible that somehow we kind of liked it. It was genius for the fact that it was so terrible. And that's Tonga Loa to me right now, dog. He is so terrible that somehow he's genius. I love Tonga Loa.
Yeah, man. The botches, at first I thought it was an accident. It just had to be an accident, right? Like, you debut and you botch your spot, like it's like this has to be an accident, and then it happens again and again, and it's just like, yo, everybody start loving this guy, man. It's kind of crazy, and he has the title now, right?
He has a tag title.
Is he doing comic relief?
And that's the thing. He's not doing comic relief. He's supposed to be a serious ass Bloodline member, but he just out here messing up everything. But somehow, at least for me, it's kind of endearing. It makes me like him.
They might kick him out. He might be an outcast like Bronson Reed.
Right.
You know how,
maybe I'm just a troll. Maybe I'm just a troll, because I remember when Lil B was doing this thing, he had the whole base god. He was wearing pink, big-ass pearl earrings, and everybody kind of hated it. But for me, it was like, yo, this is kind of dope just for the simple fact that it's so stupid.
Hell no. I did not rock with that at all. I'm sorry. I think I was like the only one that didn't rock with Lil B, bro.
No. You were not the only one that didn't rock with Lil B.
We love Lil B out here.
I'm going to tell you something. I was from Texas. I'm from Texas, like I keep saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when that happened. And everybody where I was at, we didn't understand what that was about. So please explain. I'm glad, because I hadn't even thought about Lil B in a long time.
Right.
I'm glad that you brought him up. So can you explain him to me real quick?
Okay.
If you got a minute. I'm sorry, wrestling people.
No, I got a minute. But and for the people who don't know
about
that voice you hear, that's our boy E Almighty. He's the producer of the show. But he chimes in sometimes. So if you don't see a face, but you hear the voice, just know that's our boy E Almighty. So let me explain Lil B to you, or for the people who just didn't understand the whole Lil B movement. So Lil B started as a member of the rap group The Pack. They had a very famous song. It was popular out here in California. I got my Vans on, but it looked like sneakers. Yeah, Cooley know.
Hey.
When Lil B went solo, he completely went left field. He started wearing pearl earrings and pearl necklaces and like grandma hats, and he was rapping real weird over the weirdest sounding, craziest beats. It was very abstract on some like MF Doom meets The Simpsons type shit. People hated it because they didn't understand it. But for the young kids like me at the time, I was like, I don't know, 15, 16. the fact that people didn't understand it is what made me gravitate towards it. Because it was like, yo, people hate this, so I'm going to like it. But it was all kind of ironic. It was like, it was never good. When you go back and listen to it, it was never good as far as the quality goes. It was just something that was weird and ironic that we liked just for the simple fact that the adults didn't understand it.
I wasn't an adult at the time, and I did not understand it at all. So,
well, I'm gonna say, as a resident adult at the time, yeah, that makes perfect sense because I remember being like, I'm gonna tell you something, man. The 2010s was a strange time.
It was a weird time.
Extension, like all of them rap. That was a wild little time for rap, dog. I ain't gonna lie, I checked out during that era. Shout out to the boys. You know what I mean? Like, good. Y'all did, whatever movements and people that support. But I didn't get it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right, and it was a lot of times the people who even liked it, we didn't necessarily get it. It was just us trying to be funny and being ironic, and it was like, yo, okay, people don't like this thing, so I'm gonna rep it. But it's really just us trolling. I come from a troll generation, and it's crazy because this upcoming generation beneath us, like this Gen Z generation, they bigger trolls than we were. So it's like, a lot of the things they're bigger trolls than we do. All right, so if you see something that seems like it's popping and you check it out and you just can't understand why, I promise you, for the most part, it's probably only popping just to be ironic. People are only pretending to like it just because other people hate it. They're trying to be funny. We're stupid. Yeah. People are stupid.
Y'all were trolling because it was funny. These new ones troll for money. That's deep.
Right.
Like,
I wish we had.
Right.
We were trolling for money back in the day. Oh, man. We'd be millionaires by now, man.
Bro, the funny thing is when the troll becomes real life, because that's what we saw with Lil B. It was like it started as a troll. We started to like this thing as a troll because it was weird and funny. But then it kind of caught on and people were actually fans. And it was like, y'all kind of lost sight of why we was here in the first place. We was just trying to joke around and be idiots. Like, we weren't supposed to actually like it.
Look it, man. When Lil B was doing all that troll stuff, I was like, all right, this dude, he's being goofy, he's being corny. And once he did the little curse stuff and Katie actually got injured, I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's when he became the base god. Shout out to the base god.
This is getting too much.
Thank you, base god. My man was on ESPN cursing players.
Yeah.
And he made the song F. Kevin Durant over the DJ Khaled beat. F. Kevin Durant. I don't know. Good times, man. Good times. Y'all bringing back memories. Shout out to Base God. Base God, come on this podcast. You watch wrestling? Do you like wrestling? Come on this podcast, Lil V. But yeah, man, Tangaloa is my number one right now. I'm sorry, but he is. And it's me being ironic. I'm an idiot. I know, but it's endearing. He's so trash that it's endearing.
Definitely funny,
anyway, man. Before we get into this trash-ass episode of AEW Dynamite, I just wanted to take some time to read a DM that I got on Twitter. And this is not the Wrestling with the Homies page. This is my personal Twitter page.
Let's get it.
And this DM is from Eric. He goes, yo, thanks for the shout-out on the last podcast episode. I've been with the podcast for a bit over a year now, and watching y'all was like talking to the homies. Y'all doing good work. Yo,
hey, shout out
to you, my boy.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you, my boy. Look at that. Look at us getting the love. He said, watching us is like talking to the homies. That was, you know what? It's funny you say that because that's what we wanted. When we made this podcast, the idea, we want you to listen to us like we the homies because that's what we are. We the homies. We out here doing wrestling talk every single day now. 5 days a week. We're not missing a day, 5 days a week. Do you know how much work that is? I got to wake up at 8 o'clock every day. I be tired. I be stressed out. I be having boogers in my eyes. You know, the little Mr. Sandman joints dropping? I be having them in my eye. I got to wipe them off. Slob all on my cheek. I got to wipe that off. And then come on the podcast and scream about wrestling. So I appreciate about wrestling, dog. So we definitely appreciate comments like that. Appreciate you for the DM, Eric. Stay tuning in. Keep tuning in, man. Keep tuning in.
Shout out to you.
We got a lot coming. Beautiful. I got that DM. I was like, oh, look at this, man. Look at this man reaching out to us. You were cool.
It's funny we still call it Twitter.
I know it's X app, but it's always gonna be Twitter to me. Bro, Michael Cole called it Twitter on Raw one time. He was like, Twitter, I mean X.
Bro, I still got the app.
All right, cool. You got to update your phone, dog. Yo,
I'm not
you
doing
compromised. Hey, this man compromised.
You one of them. Man, let's start talking about wrestling. Because see, I was gonna get 5 minutes into you updating your phone, and that's a personal conversation. So I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not doing it.
Deal with that personally. That's fair. Let's go.
And on that note, are you ready to hashtag talk some Raw?
Let's do it, man.
All right, so let me pull up my note. It wasn't that bad. It was a bad show, but it wasn't the worst we ever seen. Come on, man. Anyway, let's hashtag talk some Raw. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. AEW Dynamite. John Moxley is back. Yeah, Mox cut an awkward promo about the company no longer being Tony Schiavone's. At some point, we got to tell the truth about John Moxley. I'm sorry, but that brother is the Capadonna of the Shield. He is the Sheik Luch of the Shield, and it's fine. Even Praz had a hot verse every now and then, but the Fugees ain't really need him. Mark Briscoe screamed into the mic with missing teeth, and damn, this show is off to a rough start. No Neck Ishii and Swerve's biggest op, Hangman, had one of those random competitive matches for no reason that AEW fans seem to love and quarterly ratings seem to hate. Hangman said he wanted Swerve on his knees, and Swerve said he wanted Hangman in a cage. I thought I was watching HBO's Oz. MJF is no longer repping America. Nah, he went back to the Stifler from American Pie version of MJF, an IWC favorite. Daniel Garcia ran down on him, and I'm just glad Daniel Garcia ain't shaking ass no more. That shit lost its appeal a year ago. It's like drill music. Somebody tell Fabio we ain't trying to hear all them bows no more. It's over. The learning tree was up next, and they taught us how to hit the fast forward button. Peace to Brian Keith, but I need homie to stop pulling them damn pants up so high. He out here looking like Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns. The learning tree lost the match, and I lost whatever interest I had in this show. Okada danced with Mercedes, and I hate to be that person, but if this happened in WWE, you already know what I'm going to say. Our piss-colored beige brother Ricochet picked up his first win over Bowl Cut Demon in a typical Ricochet match. Pac caught Ospreay slipping, and then finally Bryan Danielson closed the show and announced that he will not retire until he loses that championship. Big Scapegoat let Bryan Danielson know that he coming for that ass. The show was 3 packs of mid. I ain't gonna lie to you. After coming off an incredible pay-per-view, this show was mad, whatever. I got to give Tony Khan 3 packs this week. Big three. Terrible show.
Yo, man. Like you said, Qwan, I was very excited. All in was it reeled me in. I was excited, and then Dynamite came on, and it was yawn. I really didn't like the Hangman Page match.
It was
too long.
Can we end this shit? What are we doing?
It was just too long. Hook standing around eating Doritos like a goofball. First of all, Jericho been beefing with this teenage boy since April. What are we doing? Can we please move on? It's boring. I have no interest in it at all.
You say it like that, whatsoever. It sounds bad.
Whatsoever.
Yeah. Like he said, Jericho been beefing with this teenage boy since last.
Bro, it's been since April.
That's crazy.
It's been since April. Like yeah. I don't know, man.
They gotta just drop this whole learning tree thing. We talk about it a lot on this podcast, knowing when to call it quits, knowing when to just give it up. And I get it. I'm a completionist myself. I'm one of those people that if I start a new project, I can't just end it. I gotta see it through, whether it's going bad or going good. Hey, I'm playing Black Myth Wukong right now. That game is kicking my ass. There's times when I'm stuck on a boss for like 6 hours. I turn the game off, rest, come back, still fight, still lose. But I got to stick with it because I'm a completionist. So I understand why Chris Jericho is seeing this whole learning tree bullshit through, but it's not working. This whole, hi, guys, hi. No, it's not working. You got to know when to just say, yo, let me go back to the drawing board and figure something else out. It's not good.
It sucks so much growing up on someone who was so great. Like the Y2J era was so great, and then you see him now. It's like, bro, you should have been retired, yo. Like, you turned into this.
This is what we
Charles
doing.
Barkley.
This is what we doing, Chris Jericho. Come on, dog. We are the learning tree. Hi, guys.
It pains me,
come
man.
on, man. Come on.
But
man.
yeah,
what are we doing?
As I said last pod, I see Daniel dropping that title at Wrestle Dream at his hometown, man, and calling it quits, bro.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe Big Jack Perry gonna take that title. I don't know.
I want to see that.
We'll get to that match in a second, but the first thing I wanted to talk about from this episode of Dynamite, this very average, very mid, very trash episode of AEW Dynamite, and I'm sorry for calling it, man. I know AEW fans can't take criticism, so I'm sorry. I'm still a big AEW fan. Don't come for me. We just having fun. First thing I wanted to talk about from that episode is the Moxley stuff. What the hell was he talking about? The promo came off awkward, but people are kind of speculating that maybe he was talking about Shane McMahon when he said the company no longer belongs to you guys. He popped up with Marina Shafir at the end of the episode, and it was kind of strange. I don't know. What was this about?
I don't know who's behind. First of all, I don't know who's behind AEW production, but they could at least put in like some fake cheers or something, because it was like it was very dreadful. Like there was no emotion from the crowd whatsoever, and it was just quiet. And I was like,
they didn't even sell it. He's like, the company doesn't belong to you anymore, and the audience is just like oh.
And I think didn't they pan to like a random a guy with a CM Punk shirt on? Like who's
they pan to some big dude in the front row with a CM Punk shirt on. It was the WWE version of the CM Punk shirt. It wasn't even an AEW CM Punk shirt.
Anyways, but I mean, like we was talking about earlier, Shane McMahon. I think he might pop up with a faction and just
who? Okay, bro. If Shane McMahon really pop out in AEW, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be tuned in just because it would be exciting. It's like, what the hell is Shane McMahon doing here?
Like, what's up?
Who would be a part of that faction though? Like, who's out there? Because the faction would have to be some like former WWE type of faction, right? I mean, if he's saying it no longer belongs to you, it just can't just be a random group of like indie dudes. It would have to be former WWE guys. There's not a whole lot out there.
MVP and Bobby Lashley, a white guy leading two black men.
Wait. So you saying John Moxley, Bobby Lashley, and MVP with Shane McMahon?
Yeah, possibly.
That's terrible.
That's all former WWE superstars.
Hey, and I guess Marina Shafir is a part of it because she was rolling with him backstage.
Yeah.
They took out some security guards. And she's a former WWE girl, but
that was
only NXT
too. Like,
anytime John Moxley is on our TV, it's awkward. Let's just be real. And I love John Moxley, but like I said, bro, he is the Praz of the Fugees. We love Lauryn Hill. We love Wyclef. But, Praz, he had Ghetto Superstar.
He had Ghetto Superstar, and then he turned into a fat superstar.
Yeah, that man is an informant. He telling on everybody.
He telling everybody.
Wow. But yeah, John Moxley, man, he's bleeding everywhere, and he's not hot. He's not hot to me right now.
If it's not them, who do you think will be a part of the faction? If it's not Bobby, MVP.
All right, so look, I was doing my homework, and I was like looking through the indies of all the guys who aren't in WWE but are former WWE guys and can still go. And the names I landed on were Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Matt Cardona, a.k.a. Zack Ryder. But that's about it. Like, who outside? I mean, maybe Dijak. I know Dijak got released not too long ago, but I feel like he wasn't a factor at WWE. He was T-Bar. He was a part of that weird faction that wore masks and shit. What were they called?
Oh, I forgot.
Whatever it was. It was a terrible faction. It's not a lot. It's not like it's game changers out there who they can just grab up. Ricochet was one of them, but I mean, Ricochet is already smiling and doing flips, so it wouldn't make sense for a faction like this. I don't know. This was weird. It was weird. It came off awkward. I don't think that it achieved what AEW meant for it to achieve. The crowd didn't really react to it. The announcers didn't put it over. They had a slight mention of what did he mean by that, but then that was it. They kind of just forgot about it as the episode went on.
And that's what's important. Like, when it comes to the announcers, that's what makes the story what it is, as far as, doing your character work. Like, and that's why, we love, Jerry the King, the JRs, the Don Wests from TNA, so
Don West.
Don West was
not enough is said about Don West. Like, when in moments like that, when Moxley is saying that, he's alluding to maybe someone else owns AEW, maybe Shane McMahon. When he's doing something like that, as an announcer, you gotta sell that. Because Don West, bro, when I used to watch TNA as a kid, and Sting would show up on Impact, it was like we already knew Sting was coming. He was going to be there every week. He was signed to the company. But Don West was sell that as if it was the craziest thing that you've ever seen. Sting is in the Impact Zone. Oh, my, Sting. It's Sting. He's in the Impact Zone. By the time you got to the end of that segment, you felt like it was the most important thing you've ever seen because Don West sold it as that. So
he don't get his flowers enough, man. He do not. Right. RIP to that guy, man. He did not get his flowers enough.
Right. Meanwhile, Excalibur just sitting at ringside like, oh, what did he mean by that? And then they just gloss past it like, all right, well, next up is Ishii versus Hangman Page. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We don't go anywhere. It's going to be in picture. Like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
Sell that.
Yeah, you got to sell that, man. You got to sell that.
I don't know. But do the people at home want to see shit? Oh, what's up?
Yeah, I got something.
What's up?
How do y'all feel about when wrestlers when they return, right? Like they go away for whatever reason, right? Injury or just storyline. But because obviously, okay, and then you have an opportunity to build up their return. Like you can either do a surprise or you can lead up to it, right? Mm-hmm. My thing is when you do that and then the person comes back and they don't look like they ready to like be after it right at the moment, I'm kind of let down, bro. Like John Moxley looked like he was at Chili's with his family, and then he was like, "Oh shit, hold on, let me go do this real quick." You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. Like you should come back ready. Like we can do this tonight, right? Obviously, we're not going to do it tonight, but you should look like that, right? So I can get into the moment. He looked like he was. Oh my bad. Let me go run over here to AEW real quick. I'll be right back. Y'all order me a margarita and a cheesecake. I'll be right back. That's what it looked like. So I was out.
And this is what happens when you're a part of a promotion where you kind of run the boss, you know?
Right.
And you can do whatever you want as opposed to being on the other side where it's very strict and, you know, they don't play no games. Like when you come back, you got to be ready. You got to be, you know, doing your thing or you're going to get, you know, X'd out the picture. And that's what happened, man. John Moxley looked like a guest on Terminator 2, you know, the bar scene with all the bikers. I'm like, bro, what is going on here, man? Like an extra, you know, like an extra from Terminator 2.
Bro, that man had some black denim jeans and like a t-shirt on. That was his attire. He was gone for what, a month and a half?
A month and a half.
It was green. Oh my God. It was like my shirt. It was green. Nah, but the thing is, so John Moxley, he was MIA. But it wasn't like he was injured or like he was gone for very long. He was like touring New Japan or something. I think he might have wrestled in like CMLL a couple times. I don't know. He was just kind of doing random side missions, and then he popped up when he wanted to. And that's the story of John Moxley these days, man. John Moxley is someone who I was a big fan of early on. When he was Dean Ambrose over in WWE, dressing like Dylan Brooks, you know, I was in. He was wearing the tank top with the blue denim jeans. I was in, but he's kind of lost it over the years to me. And it's funny how the IWC, they treat John Moxley like he's a god. And we all know the only reason they treat him like a god is because he told WWE to kiss his ass at a time when it was popular to tell WWE to kiss your ass. So, of course, they're going to treat him like a legend. He dissed the company they hate. But we just got to be honest about John Moxley at some point. He's not that hot right now.
Yeah, man. He's not. He's gotten cold. He's gotten cold.
Like we see Seth Rollins, what he doing. We see Roman Reigns and what he doing, and then John Moxley is over there just like, hey, me too. Nah, dog, get out of here.
Bro said he's the pros.
He's the pros. He's the Tony Yayo. John Moxley is the Tony Yayo of the Shield. We all know Roman is 50. Roman is 50 Cent. Seth Rollins is Lloyd Banks because he's probably the most talented. And then we got that weird third man over there, and that's John Moxley. He Tony Yayo. Here we go now. That's John Moxley. I'm sorry.
Tony Khan, Young Buck.
You said Tony Khan is Young Buck. Here we go now. I know. I mean, I'm sorry.
Bro,
but shout out to John Moxley. Shout out to John Moxley. Another thing I wanted to touch on from this average as mid-top episode. Yeah, Tony Yayo is a menace, bro.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Cause, yeah, didn't he slap Jimmy Henchman's son or something? I don't want no problems with none of that.
Bro was on a Raw on the cover of Beg the Mercy. I don't want no problems.
Yo, Tony Yayo on Game's first album, the documentary, this man said, when I signed my first deal, I said F jail and went on tour in Barcelona and Brazil. That man was out on bail and went on tour in Barcelona. He knew he was going back to jail. He knew.
Sicko.
He said, I'm going to get this bread. I don't care about bail, bro.
Bro's sick, bro.
So the AO was insane, bro. And thoughts of a predicate felon was fire. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody said. I don't love hoes. I'm Shannon.
I don't know.
You remember that?
Nah, man. I was a Lloyd Banks guy.
Yeah,
Hunger for More.
The Hunger for More.
Yes.
Hey, and his second joint with Kate.
Rotten Apple?
Yeah, Rotten Apple was all right. It was all right. Yeah. Anyway, another thing I wanted to touch on from this weak-ass mid-top episode of AEW Dynamite was Jack Perry versus Bryan Danielson. It's officially announced for All Out. Should Jack Perry be the one to retire Bryan Danielson?
Hell nah. Nah. No, bro. I don't want to see that. We just came off a classic with Swerve. I want to see that again. You know, I want to see a trilogy with that, actually. But filler. It's a filler episode. Obviously, because we just had All In. I can't see a classic between him and Jack Perry.
It started to feel like All Out is a filler pay-per-view. Because it's like, this shit is 2 weeks after All In. We ain't need a pay-per-view 2 weeks later.
Like, it got to be. And it seems like they're switching stories so fast. It's like, bro, Jack Perry was literally just about to kill Darby Allin like a week ago. Like, what is going on, bro? It's just too much going on in this small amount of time.
And Swerve ain't even thinking about Bryan Danielson no more. He was just talking about ending this man's career and wanting to be back for blood. He ain't even thinking about Bryan Danielson no more. He moved right on back to Hangman Page. Just like, yo, who is writing? Who is in the writing room? Tony Khan wear too many hats, man. He gotta start divvying that up to other people. Because if Tony Khan is just the main writer coming up with all this, it's like, yo, you losing it, dog. All In was so incredible. How did we follow that up with this?
My God. It's annoying. I did like how he held up the 2 belts, so that was kind of fire.
Yeah,
it was on his Roman Reigns thing right there.
I like Jack Perry a lot. And I feel like
this.
I don't know about
the last run.
So I'm not saying I want to see him in Bryan Danielson's career or nothing like that. And I'm not even saying I hated the whole Jungle Boy thing. When he had the big hair and was running around with Luchasaurus, it was stupid. I hated that Wild Thornberry ass gimmick. But this whole scapegoat Jack Perry, I like it. I feel like he's benefited more from the CM Punk drama than CM Punk has at this point. And we'll get into that on another episode. Yeah, we got a whole episode coming all about CM Punk, so stay tuned for that. But Jack Perry is doing his thing. I can't see him being the one to retire Bryan Danielson.
No way.
If Bryan Danielson retires, I would rather see somebody be somebody like damn.
It gotta be somebody special. You know how everybody complained about Sting choosing the Young Bucks to retire him?
Yeah, that was weird. Watch it be the Young Bucks. Watch it be the Young Bucks. It's gonna be Nick Jackson. He's gonna retire Bryan Danielson.
Oh man.
Now I want to see somebody that's up and coming. Somebody like Darby Allin who hasn't won a world championship yet. Let him finally be the one to retire Bryan Danielson. Why not? Or we can just go back in the past and bring the Miz over to AEW and have the Miz do it just because long-term storytelling, baby. Why not? And then the last thing I wanted to touch on real quick, this don't have to be long. Hangman versus Swerve in a steel cage match. Who needs that win more, Swerve or Hangman?
I'm gonna say Hangman, simply because he's been on the chase. He's been on the chase for the longest, and Swerve was just champion.
He was just world champion. He was just world champion. I definitely thought you were gonna say Swerve though, because I know Cooley be on everything black. Mr. Hotep over here, everything black.
Hey, Issa Rae, I'm rooting for everything black.
I heard that. I heard that. But I want to hear from the people at home. What did y'all think of this episode of AEW Dynamite? Was it hot? Did we get it wrong? Were we just watching wrong? I don't know. And how do y'all feel about Shane McMahon possibly being on the way to AEW? Are you down for Shane McMahon in a faction in AEW? Let us know in the comments below, man. And again, I say it every episode. Please interact with this video. If you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe, hit that like button. If you're watching it on Spotify, leave us a rating, 4 stars, hopefully 5, but if not, give us 4. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on Twitter. We're trying to be active over there on Twitter now. Everywhere, Wrestling with the Homies. Just look us up. We probably got it. If it exists as a social media, we probably got it. So give us a follow and interact with us, man. Anyway, do we got any fun and games this episode? Because if not, I got some comments that I wanted to get into. What we doing?
Yeah, I mean, we always got a game, but yeah, do the comments, man. I love to talk to the people. That's always more fun. But lastly, though, if AEW ruins this whatever surprise, I'm gonna be out for at least a month. Like I won't be able to do it. Like if this surprise is whack, I'm gonna have to give Tony Khan a break, bro, because he's already goofy looking and it's tough. It's tough for me to take him seriously, just as a person. You know what I mean? But if they mess this up, I might have to take a break on them.
They can't. They can't mess it up.
Not to re-spark. But let's get into the comments.
I wouldn't be surprised. They messed up the devil storyline. So
So this, why you got to bring up the devil? Come on, man.
No, my bad.
Cooley hate that damn devil storyline, dog. All right, so look, this first comment comes from what's my boy name? My boy name is Polo, and this is from our TikTok. He says, "I'ma keep it a buck. The mustache with no other facial hair is extremely upsetting."
Wait, what? Wait. Wait, what?
Let me tell you something, brother. First off, your mama like this mustache, dude. No, I'm just playing. Hey, shout out to you for the comment.
Personally?
Yes, he was talking about me, bro. Y'all know he was talking about me. He was talking about me. All right, so look, I just want to try something different, man. Look,
bro.
Shout out to the internet.
Chill, dog.
Right.
Don't have no chill, dog.
And shout out to the homie Polo for leaving us a comment. We always appreciate the comments. I was trying to do something different, man. I always rock with the little goatee at the bottom and the mustache at the top. People be telling me I look like Tupac. I be tired of hearing that all the time. I'm like, let me do something different. Let me get my dirty dom on and rock a mustache.
Hey, this dude on TikTok Qwan explaining himself, dog. That's hilarious.
Let me have that, bro. I think it's cute, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's wild. Like
he took that one personally, though. He read that.
Nah,
like, all right,
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. When I read that, I was laughing so hard. It's the way he said it. He said, "I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The mustache with no other facial hair is kind of upsetting." I'm like, yo.
Upsetting.
Boy, say you messing his day up, Qwan. You messing his day up, dog.
He said, I
like wrestling. I like what y'all doing. But you gonna have to grow some facial hair, bro. Like, if you want me to keep watching this, hey, I respect it. I respect that, bro.
Bro,
he didn't comment on nothing you said. He just said,
yo, he didn't have no kind of problem with anything I was saying. He like, yo, I like y'all, but yo, the mustache, yo, it's making me uncomfortable, bro.
The internet is flawless. It's undefeated, bro.
Right. But shout out to Polo. Shout out to Polo. I'm going to keep rocking the dirty dom look. I like it. I like it. Maybe I'll go to the chin bag. We'll see.
We got to switch.
I'll grow back just
you got to grow a beard and I'll cut mine off.
Oh, I can't imagine. Yo, I got old pictures of Cooley without the beard, man. He looked like Dwayne Wayne from Different World. I promise you.
Wow.
Hey, I got a lace front beard guy if you need it, bro.
That's still insane to me. A lace front beard.
Yeah, that's wild.
You gonna have you looking like homeboy from Little Rascals when they tried to go get a loan from the bank. Classic movie, man. Classic movie. I got another comment. This is from Speedy Roosevelt 8023, and this was about AEW and their problems. He goes, one of Tony's bigger issues is the way he promotes the product and the celebrities he uses. WWE is on College Game Day or First Take, and AEW is lucky enough to get on a local ESPN radio that doesn't have the biggest reach. Also, WWE is using celebrities like Pat McAfee, Logan Paul, and Bad Bunny, who have current mainstream buzz, but AEW uses guys like Lil Bow Wow, Bun B, Jermaine Dupri, who were hot 15 years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
I agree with that.
You hit the nail on the head.
I agree. He's using. So I believe Qwan. I believe you talked about this like a few episodes ago. Mm-hmm. AEW do not use current people, and you were saying Speed. I show Speed. Been on a show of AEW, and that will raise him to the roof because he's very popular. He's getting like 7 million views on each in real life stream he does.
Right.
Like, but using these old guys, it's like, what are we doing? We're not even watching.
Right,
we're not even watching their verses, bro. Like,
and we love Texas Trill Bun B. We love Bun B. But let's be honest, who gonna see Bun B on AEW and go, oh, I gotta switch over to that channel. I gotta see what Bun B doing with them.
I might just go buy toothpaste if I see Bun B on AEW, man.
Y'all see the video I sent? I sent it. Yo, I told y'all, Bun B, man. He didn't look Texas Trill in that commercial.
He definitely code switched on that thing.
That was hilarious.
Whoa, I don't know who this guy is. This is just a regular dude. This dude, this dude went to Illinois University. Like, I don't know.
He's a fighting Illini. That was B Bun. That wasn't Bun B.
Right? He went to Northwestern or something. Like,
yeah,
Shout out to Bun B. But I've said it time and time again, bro. Drewski, go get Drewski. I saw Drewski taking pictures with Mercedes Moné and Swerve Strickland. So clearly Drewski is tapped in. Go get Drewski. Have Drewski on your show. I guarantee somebody's going to tune in to see Drewski. And they might not continue to tune in, but even if you can take 1% of the fans that tune in to see Drewski, even if you can take that 1% and turn it into regular fans, job well done. Facts. I doubt Bun B is bringing anybody. I doubt Jermaine Dupri is bringing anyone in. But Drewski, bro, Drewski got the youth. The youth love him. So, hey, bring Drewski in. Tony Khan, you got the bread. You got the pockets. We know you got the pockets. You paying Mercedes $10 million. You paying Okada $15 million. You paying Y2J Chris Jericho $30 million. And I'm making all these numbers up. I really don't know what they are getting paid. I'm not a pocket watcher. But at the end of the day, Tony Khan, you got the paper, bro. You a multi-billionaire. You a multi-billionaire. You own a soccer team or a football team. Don't you own the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Jackson Jaguars.
Your family owns a football team. You got them pockets. Go get Drewski. I want to see Drewski versus Hangman Page in a cage match. Nah, I don't really want to see that. But go get Drewski. Go get Drewski. That's all I got for comments, man. What's this game
one though? Because I think that would fit. Like if Drewski managed a wrestler, that would fit because he does the fake, recording.
Could have been records,
right?
Yeah, like that's a perfect storyline for wrestling. Like
it writes itself,
right? He's doing kayfabe in rap. Like why you gonna see that?
Right.
like that's all he's doing.
Tony tapped into the culture.
So, Tony Khan wanted to go get Bow Wow though. He wanted to go get Jermaine Dupri. He said, "Oh yeah, Jermaine Dupri's gonna have the reach. They're definitely gonna tune in to see Janet Jackson's ex-husband."
If we don't make fun of the choices, I would rather make fun of the Bow Wow choice over the Jermaine.
Nah, Bow Wow legend, bro.
At least Jermaine Dupri could make some business moves. Bow Wow, cuh? Like what we doing?
Bow Wow already on SmackDown. Yeah, we won't need him on. Who little Bow Weezy? Little Bow Wow. Man. This is my second episode hitting the Harlem Shake.
I know you moved, so I had a brief Harlem Shake moment. It lasted like 2 months.
Yeah, that was it. I stood in the mirror and tried to learn it. I think it was the Fabulous Holla Back Youngin video. I remember watching that video on Rap City and be like, whatever this dance is that Shorty is doing on the train, I got to learn that. So I went to the mirror and I got my shake on.
I think mine's a special delivery when I tried to learn it.
Oh, yeah.
That was special delivery. That was a time.
Special delivery, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all remember
G-Dep is out, by the way.
That was time.
Out of jail?
Who?
Yeah, he got out of jail.
G-Dep?
Yeah, because he had got life, but something happened and he got out like this year.
You know what? Yeah, I think I did read about that because he turned himself in, right?
Yeah, that's an amazing story, bro. Like, I mean, just as a story. I'm not saying it's a good story because he killed somebody, but
he converted to Islam, turned himself in, and I guess like some technicality they couldn't prove that he actually did it, even though he confessed because he felt like he did do it, so they let him out. He free. Shout out to G-Dep.
Free, man. Yep.
Hey, and speaking of Harlem Shake, though, before we get into these games, y'all remember Flipside by Petey Crack? Petey. Whole lot of money and a little bit of bass is all it takes to make. That was
yesterday, matter of fact. That's crazy.
No way.
Yeah,
no way.
That's wild.
I went down a Rockefeller playlist of like early 2000.
Rockefeller was so great,
clap
man.
for me, mommy. Oh, I remember that from like NBA Live 2005 or something like that.
Yep. Rockefeller was so great, man.
Mm-hmm. Don't get me started. All right, fun and games. We fun and games. Here we go.
What we got?
All right, so in lieu of AEW's mid surprise right now, like because we don't know what the surprise is. It could end up being one of the greatest things we've ever seen in wrestling. But I will say they did not lead in a good way. So with that in mind, I want you. The game we're playing is my bad. Hold on. What's the name of it? The name of it is Surprise or Setup. So we are judging the top 5 surprises since 2010, and you're gonna have to rank them as which one was the top surprise actually. So the ones we are picking from are Edge returns at Royal Rumble in 2010.
Oh,
2020. I mean 2020. When he popped, that was a good pop, right? Mm-hmm. We got the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak ends in 2014.
Ooh,
that was a big deal. We have Brock Lesnar ends Kofi Kingston's title reign in seconds.
Oh my God.
Right? Like, see, I'm picking obscure ones. Now, I'm not picking the main ones because obviously the main ones are easy to rank, right?
I see what we're doing.
Yeah. So that's 3, right? We've gotten 3. Mm-hmm. We have Seth Rollins cashes Money in the Bank, WrestleMania 31.
Yes, baby.
And the last one is AJ Styles debuts at Royal Rumble.
These are good.
Yeah, those are
it's
five.
A good game, bro.
They're close moments, but they were big moments. They weren't the biggest moments. Like obviously we have, the pipe bomb and but it's easy to rank that. So
yeah.
We clear on the ones, or do I need to repeat those? Y'all got them?
No, I got them.
All right. What we got? What you thinking? 1 through 5.
Let me take
Give
it
it to me. What's number 5 out of that list?
At number 5, I think I would have to put Brock ending Kofi's championship reign. Only because we didn't like that at all. We hated it. It's a moment. It lives forever. We still talk about it to this day, so it got the job done. But we didn't want to see Kofi go out like that. Not at all. So that would be number 5.
Well, the ranking is how big of a surprise was it? Not if you like it. Like, obviously, we didn't like it.
In that case,
the surprise factor of it, right? Like,
I know.
Yeah, in that case, it's still a number 5 because it honestly wasn't shocking. It was like once we see you standing across the ring from Brock Lesnar with Vince McMahon booking, we know what's coming, bro. We know what's coming. I'm surprised it ain't happened sooner, to be honest.
We're pausing because we're waiting on Cooley to talk.
Right, he's just sitting there looking at me.
No, we're on a podcast.
No, I thought Qwan was going through each one.
I could
go back and forth.
I could.
Okay, so
Cooley be forgetting we on the podcast. Like, look. Cooley gets so deep into the wrestling. Like Cooley will be like, in his head, he like, what do I really think? I'm like, no, that's fair. That's fair.
No,
bro.
it was tough.
I appreciate you taking it so seriously, but I need you to talk.
It's tough. Number 5, I got AJ Styles debut.
That low?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Why though? It wasn't shocking to you? It was AJ. It was TNA legend.
But yeah, it's shocking for the people who watch TNA. But if you really didn't watch TNA, then he's just another person that came on.
It was like, who the hell is this dude?
WWE.
Billy Ray Cyrus popped up at the Royal Rumble. Like, who is this?
That is fair. That's
fair.
Yeah, you got a point. So my number 4 would be Undertaker streak. Him losing the streak to Brock Lesnar. Because again, it was surprising, but at the same time, when Vince McMahon was in charge of WWE, nothing Brock Lesnar did was really that surprising. Brock Lesnar was Vince McMahon's head of the table. He was going to feed anybody to Brock Lesnar, and it just happened to be Undertaker that year. So that's my number 4.
Okay, so we got Edge left, Taker left, Brock and Kofi left, and we got another one left.
Seth Cashin.
So number 4, I'm gonna go with Brock and Kofi. I was there that night, man. So it was shocking.
Forgetting.
It was shocking. I thought the match was at least gonna be a minute or two, but it was literally like 6 seconds.
Right.
But even though that was one of a crazy shocking moment, these next 3 is like crazy superior than this one. So,
bro, I keep forgetting you was in the building for that. You and D Spank, y'all was on camera and everything. Like they showed y'all on TV.
I was like, this is not happening.
They showed Spank on TV like,
That's crazy. They took his belt on a random SmackDown too. Like they did that on a random SmackDown for no reason. Like, hey, let's just get this over with. Like, let's just get this.
Wait, but it was the premiere episode on Fox. That was their first time on Fox.
That's fair.
They had to do something big. They had to do it. It was just end up being Kofi. Our boy Kofi. All right, so look, number 3, I had Seth Rollins cashing in. Now, this was one of my favorite moments of all time. I would have given it number 1 if it was just based on what we liked the most, because I was a Seth Rollins fan when he was Tyler Black wrestling in Ring of Honor in front of audiences of like 40. So when he cashed in and became world champion, that was a big moment for me. But it wasn't that shocking because when he turned on the Shield, we all knew that eventually Seth Rollins was going to be a world champion. Like the writing was on the wall. Like he was going to be one of the guys for years to come. So yeah, I put that number 3.
So I'm showing my age and my nostalgia for these next 3. Well, for the top 2, obviously. So number 3 is Seth cashing in, of course. Yeah, it was shocking. It was a dope moment. But it's like I said, it's not superior to these next 2, because these next 2 is for my childhood.
I feel it.
Yeah.
So number 2, you're gonna be shocked at my number 2. My number 2 is Edge's return at the Royal Rumble, and the reason I don't have this number 1 is because I never cared for Edge. I'm going to be honest with you. It was shocking. It was shocking because we all thought he was done and never returning.
Wow.
But also at the same time, it's Edge. Do we really care about Edge? All I remember about Edge is him having a live sex celebration with Lita on Monday Night Raw.
You
and stealing Matt Hardy's show. I don't care about Edge.
He's a perv. Bro, I ain't gonna cap. I don't really like Edge that much. Like, without Christian, he's just Edge to me. Like, to me, he's the ultimate tag team guy. Like, as a solo person, I like whatever.
Thank you.
But I do
finally somebody says it.
Hall of Fame for Edge and Christian though. Like together,
absolutely.
Hall of Fame easy. Not even a question. But by themselves, I mean, you can put them in there, but I don't care.
Right. Yeah. He was kind of oversaturated. Like WWE pushed him to the top because he was Edge and he had the look and everything, but he was never that good. He was just around because Cena needed an op. Let's be honest.
Yikes. Well, on that note, number 2, I am going with the Undertaker streak. Yes.
Ooh.
Everything always comes to an end. Nothing, has a happy ending with WWE. We've seen it.
Right.
It just happens. We just knew it was going to happen eventually. Ain't no way Undertaker was going to keep the streak alive. I just don't like the fact of who he lost to. That's the only thing about my thing. But it was very shocking. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Should have been Bray.
Should have been Bray.
Should have been Bray Wyatt.
The new Lord of Darkness. It was right there. But yeah, Undertaker streak for sure, man.
Bro, they really turned Undertaker into a stat for Brock Lesnar. Vince McMahon, pay for your sins. I say it every episode. I'm going to say it again. Vince McMahon got to pay for his goddamn sins. My number 1 was, I'm sorry, but AJ Styles' debut at the Royal Rumble. Now, I know Cooley shit on it and said that, Billy Ray Cyrus was popping up and ain't nobody know who that was. And that's true. A lot of people didn't know who that was. But for me, a person who was a big fan of TNA, I never in a million years thought I would see AJ Styles cross over to WWE because AJ Styles was the antithesis of what WWE didn't look for. He was small. He didn't have the height. He didn't have the size. He wrestled a fast-paced style. He was a high flyer. But, Vince McMahon made the decision to bring him in, and he became a Hall of Famer. So shout out to AJ Styles. That's my number 1.
Facts, man. I never thought. Like I said, I feel sorry for people who didn't watch TNA, man. It was so great.
Right.
So great. My number 1 is Edge return. Yeah.
You think you know me?
I think that was one of the most shocking return I ever seen. First of all, he injured his neck. He was gone. Like, we never thought it would happen. We never thought he would return, and out of nowhere, he pops up. And I don't even think it was advertised he was popping up. He just pops up, and you just feel it. You just feel the emotion. It was just crazy, man. It was a crazy time. Kind of reminds me of, seeing Stone Cold in the ring for the first time in, 10 years?
Yeah, that was
one
crazy.
of those moments, man. It's just, wow, Edge is back, yo.
Bro, I don't even know if Edge returning at Royal Rumble was rumored. I don't even remember that being a thing at all. I just remember watching the show and his music hitting.
Yeah,
I was just like, wait, what?
I was like, wait, what? Is
this happening?
God, bro.
Is that Edge?
Crazy, bro.
Is that Adam Copeland?
Yeah, man.
Is that the guy who dived off the cage and broke his ankles at AEW?
Oh, man.
But I want to hear from the people at the crib. How would y'all rank these 5 moments? What's number 1? Is it AJ Styles debut at Royal Rumble? Is it Edge debut? Maybe it's Kofi losing that goddamn title to the Negro Killer Brock Lotharius Rose. I couldn't think of a middle name to give him, so I landed on Lotharius, whatever that means. But let us know in the comments, man. And on that note, y'all know what I'm gonna ask Cooley. I ask him every episode. You got anything to get off your chesticles before we get out of here, my brother?
I just save a whole bunch of money by switching to survival.
You ain't got no survival. Remember the survival commercial?
Are you sponsored by Survivor? Are you insured by Survivor? No.
I can't take that ride. What was that? Yo, 90s commercials are so wild.
Hey, man.
I just remember Larry H. Parker, man. I used to hate them goddamn Larry H. Parker. No. The one. And we're about to get out of here, but I got to bring this up before we get out of here. Remember staying home from school, right? You stay home from school, but you ain't really got cable. So you sitting on the couch, you watching the damn Judge Mathis and all the court shows, and then Jerry Springer comes on. And then out of nowhere, some dude pops on the commercial and just be like, So you sitting at home all day. You want to make a call. No, do it right now. You can go after work or before work. You spend all day on the phone anyhow. Why don't you make the phone call that's going to help you with your future? Why are you making it complicated?
Everest commercial?
Oh, yes, man. Bro. The Everest guy.
Those commercials were amazing, dog.
He said that shit was fake too.
No, of course, but
he didn't even go to college.
Not like it's not real. Because if you able to see the commercial, that mean you ain't doing nothing. Because that mean you at home, bro. Like
smart.
You can see the commercial are people that's not doing nothing. Because if you're doing something, you can't see the commercial. I was like, the first time I saw it, I was like, hey, bro, he definitely talking to me. I'm not going to Everest because I got a future, but I got to get my stuff
I'm like,
together.
he cooking me right
bro.
now.
Like,
bro.
he definitely talking to me because I'm definitely watching the commercial. Like, I'm definitely watching Jerry Springer right now, wasting my life. Let me get it together.
Bro, I started contemplating going to school. I'm like, damn, I'm sitting here. I called off school pretending to be sick, and now he just chewing me out. He cooking me.
Bruh.
Maybe I should have went my ass to class today.
10 out of 10
you sitting at home all day on the couch, and you want to make, no, do it right now. I hated that guy. Crazy
commercial. That's because he's talking to you. Look, if you
he was.
Like, you mad because he...
Look, I got people coming at my mustache, man. People clowning my mustache on TikTok. We got the Everest dude telling me to go my ass to school. Like, I couldn't catch a break, dog. I couldn't take a break. But,
great commercial.
We survived. And on that note, we about to get out of here. Make sure you tune in tomorrow because we got an episode all about CM Punk, and you don't want to miss that. But on that note, we gone. We getting out of here. I'm going to go eat. I'm hungry. Peace.
Is there